This is the Body Bag Session.
737.
Oh shit.
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom.
Is this
Shalom, Mike. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Dr. York sucks?
This question should be real easy. Real easy.
Go ahead.
I want everybody that's on the
Dr.
line
York
listening
blows
across
rod.
the line radio. I'm
Uh-huh.
about to cross the line. In Revelation chapter 12.
Hey, listen, hey, brother, before you get it off, right? Before you get your question off, you have to agree to this before I let you get the question off. After you ask your question free and clear, when the answer is given, you have to let the answer be answered. You can't let 4 words and start screaming body bag like a woman. You gotta let the answer go. Agreed?
In the name of Yahuwah, I agree.
I don't know who the fuck
I don't
that
know who
is.
that is, but all right. That's good. I guess so.
But go ahead. All right, so now go ahead.
Restated Yahweh.
We say
In the name of
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Or you could just say the Most High to keep it simple.
I'm waiting for the turn up.
I kept it simple.
Okay, go
That's
ahead.
my quote.
Go ahead, brother.
It'll be real easy. Real easy. In Revelation chapter 12, I want everybody that's on the line to listen
This could go
carefully.
any which way.
In Revelation chapter 12, it states that it was a war in the firmament, heaven, sky. In verse 2, it says, so the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceived the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. In verse 12, it states, O heaven, and you who dwell in them, woe, which means destruction, to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. My question is to either one of you, either one, during the time of Noah, Yahweh flooded the earth, saved Noah and his children and the creatures that went in the ark with him. How did Satan get back in the earth, and where did he go during the flood? You got the floor.
Okay. Yeah. The biggest misconception, I appreciate the question. I actually like this question because it's a question we can kind of build on and we can dispel some of the lies in the Bible. The biggest misconception when it comes to Revelations 12, as well as the flood, is the cause for the flood and the cause of Revelations. So now if I jump between both Revelations and the flood, you mentioned them, so I'm going to both piggyback them because you said, where did Satan go during the flood and where did he come back? The reason why you asked that question about where did Satan go, of course, because it's commonly taught about fallen angels.
Right.
Angels falling from heaven, or angels seeing the women and sleeping with them, because they said the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair. The sons of God in that chapter are not talking about fallen angels, but they're actually talking about Adam and his sons, or Adam and his lineage, or the Adamites and his family. Right. And when it says saw the daughters that they were fair, that's why when you read Genesis, the 6th chapter, you never hear mention of any judgment to angels. Right. Only judgment to man. Right. Meaning that's why it says he saw the wickedness of mankind. He didn't say he saw the wickedness of the angels. He saw the wickedness of mankind. The precept for Adam being a son of God is in Luke, the 3rd chapter, when it gives the lineage of Christ. When it gives the whole entire lineage, it says Adam, who was the son of God. So now when you go to Revelations, the 12th chapter, when it talks about there being war in heaven, and this is now Revelations now is a vision. It's visions and dreams. That's why you see Christ mentioned in Revelation, the 1st chapter, then Revelation, the 20th chapter, then Revelation, the 19th chapter, then Revelation, the 4th chapter, because it's a vision which John is writing everything that he's seeing. So in Revelation, the 12th chapter, when it says there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. And then it says in verse 9, it says, and that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, which is talking about the same serpent that was from the garden. So that same spirit, or that same spirit that was in that man from the garden, would be in the same man, or the same spirit would dwell in a man today. So Michael and his angels fighting against the dragon, and his angels is talking about the so-called white man, which is the dragon. The dragon represents the white man's military. His angels are the nations or the powers that join themselves with the so-called white man to fight against Michael and the angels, or against the Most High. You get that precept in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. I'm just trying to pull it real fast. In 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, and I'm not going to read it. You can read it on your time. Second, something. No, that's the when we went scared. Yeah, you're right. You can get that in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. You start at verse 29 when it says, behold, the days come when the Most High will deliver them that upon the earth. Now, you know that Satan wasn't cast out, because when you go to the book of Job, you have it.
Job chapter 1 verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence cometh thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down in it.
So now that's the proof that Satan was never kicked out of heaven, because here it is. He's having a conversation with the Most High in heaven. Satan does not fight against the Most High ever.
And just to answer your question, he goes back and forth between heaven and the earth. So it's not like the flood killed him or did something, or he was continuously going back and forth. He would come down, test somebody, go back, give his report. Come down, test somebody, go back, give his report. He consistently goes back and forth.
And that's the vision that Jacob had when he saw Jacob's ladder, when he saw the angels going up into heaven, coming down into the earth, up into the heaven, coming down into the earth. That's the work of the angels and Satan's, all the angels and Satan saw, and Jacob saw that in the vision. So to answer your question, Satan never went nowhere in the flood, because Satan wasn't destroyed in the flood. He was never a part of the flood.
Can I respond?
Yes, you can.
I triple salute. You trying. I'm going to try it again. If you go inside of Matthew's, when you say precept for precept.
Right.
When you go inside of Matthew's, the letter, because this is not scripture, this is a letter. Epistle means letter. So we go inside the letter of Matthew's, in the section that he had broke off that a chapter 4. So type in your computer chapter 4 of the letter. It said that the devil took Yahshua
right
high on the pinnacle of the temple.
Right.
Once again, I'm gonna ask the question. Because Yahshua's nephew, Yahya, who is known in English as John, received the book of the Injil, who is known in English as Revelations, on the Isles of Patmos in the country of Greece that still exists today. It says that, whoa, Satan has come down to the planet Earth. This is a planet in a solar system with other planets. It said he has come down to the planet Earth. Him and the archangel Michael had a war and lost, and he's on the planet Earth. So I'm gonna try this question again. How did Satan get on the earth after the flood, and where did he go during the flood? Because I just took you to the letter. Hold up, and I'm gonna give you the floor back, Captain. I just took you in the letter of Matthews. Now you went to Job. I could take you in Zechariah, Yahya's father, where he stood on the side of Joshua to rebuke him. So I'm gonna take you right here to this letter where he took him up on the high pinnacle of the temple to commit suicide because he told him jump off. So I'm asking you, it should be simple. It should be real simple. Because hold up, I'm gonna give you the floor because we're gonna keep it respectful. This is a planet. Yahya You said the vision that Yahya seen when he was on that prison.
I don't know who the hell you talking about, John,
vision,
right?
John.
Okay.
Yahya. We already know. We know him as Yahya.
I don't. No. I don't know him as Yahya.
Okay,
I don't know
well,
what
we're gonna say John then, because I thought we was Hebrew Israelites.
That's not his
so
name in Hebrew, but that's not his name in Hebrew though.
But I'm gonna say the Englishman word.
I got
then,
you, but that's
John.
not his name in Hebrew though. That's all.
Okay, that's okay, but that's how I'm speaking. So let's listen. Let's keep it on the 1099. Which I know you don't know about that, but I'm gonna keep it on the 1099 for your listeners.
I know what a 1099 is.
How did Satan
I appreciate it.
get back on the planet Earth, and where did Satan go during the flood?
Okay, no sweat.
Hold on. I gotta add this. Just listen. And you got the floor, because it was stated in Torah, not Bible, Torah, in Genesis, the first book that was given, it said, I shall put enmity. The word enmity means hatred, strife, jealousy between who? The woman's seed and Satan's seed. So these are two seeds on the planet Earth. Where did the seed of Satan get back on the planet Earth?
Okay.
And where did it go during the flood?
Okay,
why? Hold up.
Come on, brother.
Because I'm ending with this. Because Noah found favor in the Most High. And the only peoples, when the ark landed, when they got outside of the ark, there wasn't nobody but Noah.
I got you. Hey, but I want to stay right on Satan and the seed. I don't want to go into Noah. Let's just stay right here for a second. Let me just address that.
Hold up, because we're speaking of the flood, so Noah got to be spoken, because it said.
But you gotta hurry. But now, you need to be more concise. Come on.
Don't cut me. Don't cut me. So the question, I'm still saying, don't switch it from the seed, because Satan got a seed.
I want to stay right. I want to stay there. I want to stay right there.
But don't confuse. Hold up. Don't cut it. Don't confuse the people, because I'm in Revelation. And my question was,
Joshua, make your point.
How did Satan get back on this planet?
Let me answer. I got you.
He go.
I got you. So now we already answered this question. Satan never left.
You didn't go to the letter, man. I took you to the letter of Matthew.
I'm about to.
Joshua
remember the criteria. Remember the criteria that I gave you. I said, when I go to answer, don't cut me off in the first couple words. Let me answer your question. Remember that criteria we laid out? So let's leave it right there. Thank you. I appreciate it. So now you asked the question of, where did Satan go? Where did he come from? Your second response after you said,
say that, where did he come from? I said,
where did he go and how did he get back on the planet? I got you. So now, the first time you asked the question, we answered you. Which scripture? We told you Satan never left.
Didn't answer with scripture, because
we did.
No proof.
If Job just said, once again,
in Revelation, he was on the planet Earth. He was cast down. You said
it don't say once again.
You down. And it told
if you feel like if you feel like you won, then the spirit should allow you to be quiet. It should allow you to be. It should allow.
You can't
brother, you are so.
Where did he go?
If all you got to do is be quiet. How can you be so good the first time we had this dialogue, and then you were okay? Thank you.
You trying to play me?
No. Just be quiet. I appreciate it. So then you came with Matthew the 4th chapter, where it said he took him up unto the mountain. Is where you went to next.
No, I said temple. I didn't say mountain. I used temple. The second temptation.
I'm going to read the scripture. So whether you said mountain or temple, the scripture remains true. Or letter, being that you want to stick with the word letter. So in Matthew the 4th chapter, it says again, that taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain. Regardless to what you said, the letter says mountain, since we're going with letter.
That's verse 8. What I said was verse 5. You read from verse 8. I said he took him on the temple first. See, you don't jump down to verse 8, Captain. Keep it real. I said
no
verse
sweat.
5. That's
no
where
sweat.
The temple is.
I'll give you that. You said verse 5. I read verse 8. Let's read your verse 5.
Keep it
then
real.
The devil said, then the devil taketh him up into a holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple. Right? So now your response was, where was he at? How could he do this? Let me clarify something for you real fast so you can get an understanding. Every time you see the word temple, every time you see the word devil or Satan, you got to look at the context to understand, is this talking about the angel or is this talking about a man? Because it could be talking about either. No different than when you see the word God. When you see the word God, it could be talking about the Most High, it could be talking about an angel, or it could be talking about man. So you got to look at the context of it. So the devil in the verse that you just pulled in Matthew, the 4th chapter, that's the angel. That's the angel coming to tempt Satan, coming to tempt Christ after he fasted for 40 days. So he would ask some questions, get you some food, the whole jump off the mountain, I'll give you the kingdom. That's the devil. When you go into Genesis, when it talks about the serpent, that's a man. Satan doesn't have a literal, the angel Satan does not have a literal seed. No angel does, because angels don't have sex with women to have seed. So now when you go to Revelation, the 12th chapter, that is, let me get it for you so we can have it. When you go to Revelations, the 12th chapter, it clearly says
this nigga need medicine.
There was a war in heaven. Michael and his angel fought against the dragon. It doesn't even say, it says fought against the dragon and his angels. You would have to need a precept to know if this is the literal angel in heaven, Satan in heaven, or if this is something else, which is why I gave you 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, which is from the Apocrypha, which is why I gave you that. We also gave you Job, which Job is what we call the body bag, the figure 4 leg lock, because you said, where did he go and when did he come back? When Katazai read for you,
did he come back? I say, how did he come back?
Either way, where did he go? How did he come back?
It is. How is not the same.
It's the same thing, because the same place he went is the same place is the same way he came back. That's why when the Lord said, "Whence comest thou? Where are you coming from?" And the Lord, and Satan answered him and said, "Going to and fro in the earth, from walking up and down it," which is what all the angels do, which is what we answered for you very, very easily, which I'm gonna give you the other precept. 1 second, I'm not finished yet.
Okay.
When you go to Genesis, which I'm gonna get this for you in a second. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me a second. I'm just trying to grab the scripture. When you go to Genesis, the 28th chapter, if you want to know where the angels, this don't just apply to the angels Satan, this applies to them all. When you want to know where they all go to, you go to Genesis, the 28th chapter. Hold on 1 second. 28th chapter and the 10th verse. And the 12th verse. Genesis 28 and 12. And it says, "And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending from it." So the vision that Jacob had gives us the understanding of the work of the Most High. So you have, that's why it says they came up to the Most High in Job, and the Satan is having a conversation with the Most High. So if he was kicked out of heaven, if he was cast down from heaven, then he wouldn't be talking to the Most High in heaven. The misconception again is that these angels fight against the Most High. I'll give you one more precept, and then we'll probably go to some more calls. I'll let you respond first.
Can I get the opportunity to respond real quick, Captain?
Ecclesiasticus 39. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their wrath and their force and appease the wrath of him that made him. Fire and hail and famine and death. I'm going to drop the verse 31. It says, "They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is." Last scripture, Genesis, the 3rd chapter, because you brought up the seed. The serpent in the garden was a man, was not no angel or no nonsense like that. And when it says put enmity between her seed and his seed, the reason why it says her, a woman don't carry seed. All it's saying is the way we talk. If you were to say it plainly, it would say between thy child and her child. That's all of that's saying, because we say seed today, it's a metaphor for a child. And that's all that's talking about, which already played out with Jacob and Esau. That's the two seeds that had the enmity between themselves. All right. So there you have it.
I have a real quick response.
It has to be okay. No sweat.
Okay,
just so you know, you have 1 minute on your response.
Okay.
We have a lot of other calls, and your time is right there. Go ahead.
Okay, people, I want y'all to listen very closely. The question wasn't answered, but I'm gonna give the precept as he say in Isaiah chapter 14. Match up with me, Captain. It said in verse 12 in chapter 14 of Isaiah through 17, how you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how you are cut down to the ground, you who weaken the nation, for you have said in your heart, I will add sin into heaven. So my question once again, Captain, how did Satan get back on the planet Earth? We on the Earth. We not on Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Mars. We on Earth. We in Brooklyn, Harlem, Chicago, New Orleans. We on the planet Earth.
Please.
Did he get on back the planet Earth, and where did he go for the flood? Salute, Captain. I hate
all right,
the
that's
phone
your minute. I appreciate it. Now
don't
here's
go
how.
nowhere.
Just stay there. Just please stay on the line.
There.
Please stay right there. This body bag was. Can I get the more? Can you get the thing, please? We ain't bought this sign out in a long time. Can somebody please just get the body bag? Now the brother went to Revelations 12. He started. I tried to explain to him who that was. Showed him Job. Showed him Genesis. Then he had the audacity to go to Isaiah 14 and 12 and said, "This is the precept." And you know what's heavy? He right. It is the precept, but it's the precept for my point. He body bagged himself, because he said Isaiah 14 and 12 says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground that didst weaken the nations? He's saying that that's the angel Satan. I'm going to show you that it's not. So I'm going to skip down for time's sake because we got other calls. So now, as it says, but thou said in thy heart, I will send into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars. But 15 says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Verse 16, if I was on the street, I have a man read this to no end, Kadazar, to no end. Verse 16, it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider this, saying, is this the man?
Is this the what?
Is this the man?
Is this the what?
Is this the man?
Is this the what?
Is this the man?
Is this the angel?
Is this the man?
Is this the spirit?
Is this the man?
Is this what is this?
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
You have been body bagged by Captain Tazaria.
He just body bagged himself. No, what amazes me is nobody ever bothered reading the rest of Isaiah 14 when they read about Lucifer. It says, is this the man? Not only just the man. This is one of our favorite things when it says, verse 21, Captain Akai made a song behind it. Prepare slaughter for his children. Oh, he hung up. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. And then it goes further. Let me drop down. It says, verse 22, for I will rise up against them, saith the Most High of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, remnant, son, and nephew. Good night. You can give me the next caller. Hey, I appreciate the call, Body Bag. He gave up the ghost. That nigga gave up the ghost tonight. So, Body Bag.